let's get things started. And I wonder if you're ready for today's message from the morning man. Ready or not, here it comes. It's called Breach. Now, a friend of mine once invited me to witness his swearing of the UK citizenship oath. A judge presided over the ceremony, and before she swore in the 20-odd brand new British citizens, she said, "I want you to know that the oath you are about to swear is a legally binding agreement. This country agrees to defend your rights, and you in exchange agree to uphold this country's laws. Citizenship is a contract. Keep your end and we will keep ours. Break the oath and you're on your own." Now, you know, I thought about that, and I considered it quite a profound statement. I confess, I had never thought about citizenship as a contract, but it clearly is. So it got me thinking through, what other contracts do we tend to take for granted? And what are the consequences of breaching such contracts? Let me ask you, do you turn up for work and stay on time? Do you stay there for the time that you are contracted to? Do you do the actual tasks that you are contracted to do? How much of the time your employers are paying you for every month do you use to do your own thing? When you are sitting at your work computer chatting on Facebook, are you living up to your side of the contract that you signed with your employers? When you don't do your absolute best at every single task, yet you collect your full pay at the end of each month, are you not breaching your contract? Or maybe you are an employer and you've hired people to do a job, but you haven't given them the tools that they need to do the job. You want them to beat the competition, but you are not building their capacity to enable them compete. They have to wait days, months, sometimes years for their salaries, even though their bills are not waiting with you. Are you not breaching that contract that you made when you hired them? Or perhaps you run your own business. People pay you for a product or a service. In exchange for their money, you have promised them a result. Now that is also a contract. Every time you fail to deliver what they paid for, are you not breaching that contract? Every time a customer complains, is that not a suggestion that you are not living up to your side of the deal? Or maybe you're a teacher. You are employed to educate children. A child will enter your class a blank slate, and by the time they leave, they must not only have knowledge, but they have to know how to apply that knowledge. You have a contract with the children, with their parents, and with society to make sure that every single child in your care is equipped with the tools that only you can equip them with. So, when your students fail, or worse, they leave your class with outdated, chew and pour information that has little or no real-world application value, have you not breached your contract? Or maybe you are a politician. You were elected to appoint, and appointed to serve the struggling people of Ghana. You promised them solutions to their problems. You promised them better lives in exchange for their votes. But since you took the keys to your V8, the only person whose life has become better is you. Your mandate constitutes a contract. So every single day that you remain in power and your people remain in poverty, you are breaching that contract, aren't you? How about you, my dear friends, citizens? Let's go back to the story of my friend swearing in the oath of allegiance to the UK government. I know it's easy to grow a sense of entitlement when so many things are going wrong in society and every opinion of, every option of leader is just as bad as the next. I know it's easy to point at politicians and say, you breached your contract. But what about us, you and I? Are we keeping our end of the deal? When we litter, when we drive or ride through the red light, when we bribe a police officer, when we lynch suspected robbers, when we pee against the wall, when we defecate on the beach, when we build without permits, when we do galamsey, when we connect power illegally, when we fail to report crimes, when we don't pay taxes. Are all these not ways in which we are breaching our citizenship contract on a daily basis? So if we are not keeping our deal with Ghana, why are we surprised that it's still not the nation that we want it to be. My dear people, we have all signed contracts with each other, with our children, our employers, with our nation, and there are consequences to breaching a contract. Only a cheat will expect something for nothing. If you haven't done your due, you cannot claim your due. So today, at the beginning of this brand new week, I want you to have a word with yourself. Look at your contract again. Read every clause carefully and comply to every single provision. Only then can you rightly expect the other party to keep up their end. My name is Kojo Yankson, and I can't be in breach, so I'm reading the fine print. Good morning, Ghana.